Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Give me one reason to steer.
Welcome back.
And I'll turn
Got
right
Faith,
back
Steve Pegram in
around.
studio. How are we doing, Steve?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You know, I always love chatting it up with you. This is a pretty big week coming up for you.
Yes, it is. Yes.
It starts May 1st,
May
correct?
1st, yes, next Wednesday.
And it runs until?
May 5th.
There you go. And this is Got Faith Week, correct?
Yeah, proclaimed by the city and the county as Got Faith. And I sent you one of the
You
the,
did.
the things, and it says 2017, and the city was 2016. So
That's
it's been proclaimed for quite a while.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's got to feel good to not be recognized just by one entity, but by the entire county, too.
Yes, it's awesome. It is awesome.
And fill me in on the details of what Got Faith Week is all about.
Well, what it is you've got to wear a Got Faith T-shirt to any one of close to 90 businesses.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Isn't that unbelievable? And you just walk into one of these businesses during that time with your Got Faith T-shirt on, and you get whatever they say. You know, a discount, something free. There's a new ice cream place in Grafton, free small cones if you wear a T-shirt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and what's that mean for you to know that, 90 folks are really ready to either give something away or give a discount and just celebrate Got Faith?
Yeah, it just shows me it's growing. Now, there's one thing that a lot of people, I think they get mistaken about it. The whole idea of this whole thing was at the end of it, the Sunday at the end of it, when you go to church, the money that you saved on going to all these businesses, you put the money in your church basket, whatever church you go to.
That's really cool.
That's the whole idea, is to build first of all, help the businesses, because the businesses, everybody's always going to these businesses and asking for donations. Hey, can you do this? Hey, the school's doing this. My daughters, when they went to school, every week they would come home. Hey, we got to sell pizzas this week, candles this week, and it just went on and on. And this is a way to give it back to the businesses. We've got a half-page ad run tomorrow. We're on the radio today.
Yeah.
I'm going up to RiverBender upstairs and, just pushing it. Actually, May 1st, at 6:30 in the morning, Timmy Zell will be at Got Faith Building.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he's going to do Tim's Travels.
Really cool.
So I don't know how he's going to work it, if he's going to put a T-shirt on and run around town or what, or if just in our building, we've got so much going on there. We've got Martha's Closet, and at Martha's Closet that day, starting at 7 in the morning, everything in there is going to be $1. $1, everything.
That's it?
Unbelievable.
Well, it really is, Stephen. I mean, I'm looking at this picture you sent me now, just of all these great businesses. I mean, I don't even know if I have enough time to even go through all of them because of how many there are. But what I do know is this. It's a great mission for this.
Yes.
Because the idea is, it's great. The cool side of it is you get some items, you get some discounts. But the purpose of it is what I think is amazing, where it gives you a week to kind of build up a little bit more of something to give a little bit more to your church that Sunday, Saturday, whenever you go.
Yeah, true.
And take me through how things have been just before we go into the week, just overall from the last year, Got Faith, because I've been following along, and you have been moving and moving.
We're going everything, and it's all God. I just have to give God all the glory, everything going on there. We've got the Martha's Closet there. And this is going to all be happening Wednesday, May 1st, when Timmy's there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's just going to walk around in our building, because we've got Martha's Closet. We're doing free haircuts. You got to wear your T-shirts, guys, though. We're doing a free breakfast at 7 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
You got to wear your T-shirt, though.
And what are we having?
Pancakes, sausage. I'm not sure about potatoes, but... pancakes, sausage.
Pancakes and sausage is all you need to go through the day.
Yeah, and then we've got a Kremunchkin room, and the Kremunchkins are older people that come in on Thursday mornings for free coffee and free donuts.
That's really cool.
But they're going to be there Wednesday to say hi to Tim.
Well, and before we get to that, I saw the picture you just sent me. Can we promote this first?
Yes,
this happens
of course.
tomorrow. OSF On Call Connect on the Go is going to be visiting the Got Faith building.
Yes.
This is great. Now, what are we going to be able to experience up there? Do you have a little bit of background?
They're just coming in, and they're going to let people. And the funny thing is, we set this up because Thursdays is our food pantry day,
Right.
And our food pantry's open, so all these people, and we usually get 100 people a month, so 25 a week or so.
That's still quite a bit.
Yeah. And those people can go and get on the bus, the new bus or whatever it is, new van, and get themselves checked out for free.
Well, and it's needed. I'm just sitting here and looking through this. Whether it's health screenings, healthcare navigation, technology assistance.
Right.
That's I say that a year ago, Steve. Only time I've ever felt bad on the show because I was talking about to a medical provider and they said technology assistance and I chuckled. And then someone texted me a very nasty note that said, some choice words, be honest with you, but because I chuckled at it because there's so many people that don't know how to use their technology.
That's
and
true.
I 100% agree
True.
with that
Yes.
texter. I even texted him back and said, you're right.
Right.
You're right about this.
That's very true.
And just to have those resources, though, but the more important piece to this is that Got Faith is becoming an incubator.
Yeah.
A true incubator of services that need to be provided.
Amen.
I love you, Steve. This
Yeah.
is great. And now, as we're going down the list, starting on May 1st, what should we do for the public? What should we do? What should the public do on May 1st? Should we be out at the Got Faith building?
Yes, free breakfast. Come, let's get it on the news. Why not? And I don't know if the other thing, I brought you a T-shirt.
I hung it up. I wanted them to see this.
But do you see the red ribbon?
Yes.
The T. Do you understand what that is?
No, sir.
The red ribbon is drug awareness, and I've lost 2 children to drugs.
Oh, no.
So that's kind of what the T-shirt. To me, it's got
There's
a
some meaning
special thing
behind
there.
it.
And then if our legal name is Got Faith, feed and inspire the hungry. But if you see FAITH, faith. A lot of people don't know that. Isn't that cool?
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that. Well, and that's why I wanted to hang it up because now these are on sale at Walmart, correct, in Jerseyville?
Walmart, NatureKest, our building. Where is it? Lynn Shoe Store, and second time around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going all over the place.
And get some of these because I'm telling you what, it's number one, you're supporting Got Faith.
Yes.
Number two, you're being a part of a literally community-wide
Right.
event.
Right.
And it's and the third thing is too, when you have your Got Faith shirt, there's something about that snow globe effect.
Yeah.
At first you might be the only one in a Got Faith shirt, but all of a sudden you keep wearing it, someone's going to ask you about it.
Yeah.
They get one. And because
Yeah.
they know the meaning of the shirt, they know the meaning behind it, of the organization, and then all of a sudden, hell, all Jerseyville's got Got Faith shirts on,
That's that cool. Yeah, I've been into places before, and people will just come up to me and say, I do. And it's like, you do what? I do have Got Faith.
Yeah.
So it starts a conversation.
It really does.
And the red ribbon starts a conversation too. It's why is that? What is that about? But and it goes into, and we minister to people who have lost their children. Yeah. We've got a 12-step for women there, women only.
Yeah, I remember promoting that.
Stepsisters, and they're going to be there tomorrow. And Pathfinders are for men.
Yep.
Men only. So they're going to be there too. Free haircuts. I mean, you can just walk around the building.
And then going back to Martha's Closet,
Yes.
$1?
Everything's $1. Unbelievable. And even we've got prom dresses, and everything there today, or yesterday everything was $2 except for prom dresses were $5. And they were $200 and $300 brand new.
Exactly.
And we're going to give them away for $1 tomorrow.
Well, and
so, yeah.
What I think's really cool about how you guys do this is the fact that that you've said it on the show before, and it really stuck with me, is that, you might be a 9-to-5 worker with a career job, but life happens. And sometimes you get hit with bills and taxes, and you can't afford a prom dress for your daughter.
It's unbelievable.
At least you got a place to go regardless of your situation.
Right.
That's
right.
and for the high school girls to know.
Yeah.
If something happens, at least I can try to find something at Got Faith and see if I can alter it, and that works.
I was there last Saturday. I normally don't do Martha's Close. I've been doing it lately on Saturdays, but I was there last Saturday, and there was so many high school kids in there. Unbelievable. Coming in to get the prom dresses, checking on prom dresses, and I've never seen that before. It's usually usually like yard sale people and that type of thing, but it's not. I think some people think it's for poor people, and it's not.
Right.
It's for anybody, and 80% of our clothing comes from Walmart, Arcados.
Yeah.
So
well, and that's whenever you said that the last time, because I've always said, I think it's great that we have programs for the folks that really don't have anything. They need that help, but I've always thought, like you did, we all go through hurdles, and you never know.
Isn't that the truth? Oh boy, oh boy. So it's like, and it's growing, and people are just starting to realize, and that money, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it helps pay for our electric. It doesn't pay the electric.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
But and our insurance and just all the things that people don't even know about that, we've got to pay. But it helps.
And how has been the stay over at your new location? Because that's a beautiful facility. I mean, it's got some work to do, but just the look of it. Because I know that whenever you moved into it,
right?
And is that 504 Pine?
508.
508
West Pine.
I always get it. I'm always off by a little minute detail.
That's all right. Yeah, it used to be an old hospital.
Yeah,
and then somebody took it over and turned it into assisted living, and it was empty for 9 years.
Yeah.
And when we went in there, and we actually just prayed about that building for years.
Yeah.
We just prayed about it, and it was for sale. And they called me one day and asked me if I wanted it. And I said, yeah, we want it, but we can't afford it. And they said, no, we want to give it to you. And the thing of it is, there's so many non-for-profits out there that do just as good as us or even better. But it's got it work, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And they just gave us that building. And it was, when I first walked in there, it was just 9 years closed. It was mildewy, kind of a moldy smell. And FEMA, we've got some friends at FEMA, gave us a fogger and gave us the gallons. They were $90 a gallon to just go. And we went through every room in there. And it kills black mold. It's the stuff they use on floods.
Yeah.
That the houses, they get flooded. And they go in and fog these, and they even said it'll kill black mold. So
that's incredible, and it really. But that's what I think. Just hearing that is really it's got to work,
yes,
man.
It is.
I mean, that's all it is.
No doubt about it. It's just everybody just pitches in, and the thing of it is, we don't go around, knocking on doors or selling pizzas or selling candles. We don't even ask for money. We don't.
No.
It just comes.
And that's what I love about what you guys do too, because I never see you put out a Facebook post that says, "Hey guys, we're hurting. We need this tomorrow."
Right.
It's you keep going, and you know that eventually you're gonna have your faith's gonna lead you to the right places.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, May 4th. Before I forget it, May 4th, and May the 4th be with you, of course.
Absolutely.
I will be at front of Walmart, and we do it every year, and we just give out free hot dogs is all we do, and sell T-shirts. By the way, the T-shirts are $10. Where can you go to get a T-shirt for $10? You can't.
Good luck.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So we're not making a bunch of money. We're just, we're just trying to help people out. And but anyway, I'll be at Walmart the 4th. And Gene Newberry and his family's going to be in Grafton. Grafton's got something going on on the 4th.
Yeah.
Some kind of a reading thing.
Oh, yeah, reading in the
for
park.
Kids
reading in
like
the park,
that.
Yep, with Channel 4. They're going to be down.
What we got is our booth, because they called us up and asked us, hey, you want to come? It's like, well, I'm going to be at Walmart, but I'll find somebody. And Gene's going to go down there, and we've got a quilt. Somebody gave us a quilt. Well, actually, they gave us 4 quilts. And... instead of trying to sell them or try to make money, we're going to give out tickets. You come to our booth down there in Grafton, and he's going to give you tickets. And then at the end of the day, he'll just pick somebody, win a nice quilt. So, but we could sell the tickets for $1 or whatever, and that's just us.
That's why I like it. I really do, because they're not any, here buy 5 to get 2, and then maybe you win. You know, it's community.
Yes.
It's really what it is.
Yes.
And now, during Got Faith Week, Steve, what is the big takeaway from it? Well, where's the place people can look to find all the locations? Because, guys, seriously, I was going to read through all of them, but we would have been here until next Tuesday to go through all 90. What's the best way to find that, though?
Actually, it's going to be in the paper tomorrow. Jerseyville paper journal.
Yeah, the journal.
And I think it's going to be in Calhoun, Greene. I think there was 4 locations. It's a half-page ad we put in there, which we paid for.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Actually, we filled out a grant for the city, and it was for advertisement money. And the city gave us money. I think it was $2,500 for this. For we got a 500 men breakfast coming the 5th of August. Timmy Zell's already been approved. Going to be preaching in front of Walmart.
That's awesome.
And to be preaching in front of Walmart, that's God at work. And to be selling T-shirts inside Walmart, you know?
Yeah.
It's
huge.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it
is.
really is. And that's why I think, going forward, whether or not you find it on the Got Faith Facebook page or you see it in the paper or wherever you find it, just go and take a check, take a look and see what Steven and the entire team's working on, because there's a lot of really great things happening that you don't beg the press for, We
don't.
You just do it.
Yeah.
That's why I love it, man.
Right. And we're actually, I just came back from Florida 2 weeks ago. There were some people in our building, it was a couple months ago, about 3 months ago, and they were just volunteering, and they were from Florida. And they said, we just love this place. It's awesome. But did you know there's a hospital in Florida? It's been shut down for 5 years. Might want to check it out. We went to Florida. They let us in. And, I mean, we actually went to a church, and somebody said, well, they're not going to let you in that building. And the city let us in there to take a tour. Now, the building's been shut down for 5 years. The people that owned it, there was some problems, Medicare for whatever.
No.
So...
At least they were working.
Right. But anyway, they owed people a bunch of money from this hospital, and the city let people go in there to kind of recoup money. Well, they the copper and just went through drawers, and it's just a mess. I mean, it's really bad. And the city actually sent me pictures first. And then when I went down there and walked in there, it was pretty bad. It wasn't smelly or no mold or nothing. It was just trashy, very trashy. And I had to go in front of the city and talk to them at a city council meeting. And I just let them know that I've got 38 years of sobriety. And if you would have saw me 40 years ago, my life was worse than the inside of that building. And if God can change my life, he can change the inside of that building. So we're kind of... I did talk to him last week, talking over, I think it was $1.4 million back taxes.
Oh, God.
And seeing if they'll forgive it. So, and here's what it is. It's God at work. If he wants us to have that building, he'll let us have it. And it's got a helicopter pad and all kinds of cool stuff.
Well, I know where I can go to Florida.
Right, yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. But regardless of if you guys have time to go out this week, or not this week, but May 1st through May 4th for Got Faith Week, and go out and patronize these businesses and really use that as a way for you to save up a little bit more for your offer this week for that following weekend at your church services. But seriously, go in and just take a tour of Steve's Facebook page, the website of Got Faith, and learn about what they do. And, we never are out here to give calls to action for fundraising and anything, but if you can't make it to Got Faith Week and want to celebrate or support this, reach out to Got Faith and see if you can make an in-kind donation. Maybe donate services. Do something to be a part of the growing community that's Got Faith.
We've actually got 15 people from a church coming in Sunday to help clean and do stuff, whatever we want to do.
Incredible.
Yeah. And we actually, the Marquette High School, they've been there, and they sent like 50 kids there all at one time.
That's really cool. Marquette's doing some good stuff.
Yeah, they are. It's unbelievable. They've actually been there 3 times. So, doing a lot. They cleaned out our basement. We went through 3 dumpsters. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they just had a team of guys just carrying it upstairs and putting it in a dumpster. So, there's so much going on there. It's just unbelievable.
That's incredible. And also, too, coming up tomorrow is that on-the-go OSF van, that on-call.
Yes.
Really a great opportunity for folks that don't normally get that opportunity to have
Right.
their health assessed, it's the best
Yeah.
way to do it. And I'm kind of dealing with, something a little similar if you're not in that homeless situation or if you're not in that really tight situation,
Right.
but maybe you're just busy all the time and
Yes.
it's hard you're trying to raise a family and, do
Yes.
work and you don't take care of yourself. Tomorrow's a great chance to stop up.
It is. Yes.
Take a look.
Yes.
And Steve, what else am I forgetting about God Faith? Did we talk about the breakfast?
We did. Actually, the second Tuesday of every month we have a free lunch.
That's it.
Free lunch, and we got a car show coming up August 10th, and I'm Santa's cousin. You know that.
Yes.
Well, he's already lined up for December.
It's over.
Just about. Just about. Yeah.
Well,
Unbelievable.
I met another one of Santa's cousins in Grafton at Raging Rivers who said
nice.
he knew you too. You guys must all be related.
Yeah. We all look alike, right?
It was a good conversation, but it's good to know that everything's good on that front.
Yeah.
But please, if you have the chance, pick up one of these T-shirts. I had it hanging on the wall so we all could see it. At Walmart, at Cato, or at Got Faith Building itself, and Secondhand Treasures.
Yes. Nature Kist, Lynn's Shoe Store. I don't know if
yes.
you've ever met Lynn.
I have not.
Not Lynn, but the guy who owns it.
Yeah.
It's just an awesome guy. Awesome. So
That's really cool.
yeah, and just so much going on. And come and see me at Walmart Saturday. We do this every year, and it seems like we put a basket out there for if somebody wants to donate.
Yeah.
They can. We've got some awesome was it last year? Yeah. Somebody threw a check in there for $1,000.
That's incredible.
Got Faith, $1,000. It's like, who did it? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but you know what? I could. It's unbelievable. I mean, that's between them and God, and I don't want to be saying their names or anything. And then 3 years ago, we were out front. And a guy come up and said, "How are you, Steve? With Got Faith?" Yeah. He said, "Would you guys?" Would you guys like some property? And I said, "Well, yeah." Anyway, he gave us like an acre of ground. Yep, in Jerseyville, just gave it to us.
That's incredible.
And that's where we've been. Before we got our building, was where we were keeping our trailers and all that. We do have trailers, and we let people borrow them. We've got 300 chairs and 50 tables, and God's given them to us, and we let people use them,
Steve, I just love all you do.
Yeah.
I really do. And if for more information, please check out the Got Faith website or the journal, wherever this information is. We got to end the show a couple minutes early today because normally when I'd say goodbye to Steve, I'd come back and wrap it up with you. We have really something fun happening. The Alton Middle School podcasting group is going to be joining us. They're right outside waiting to come in. We're going to talk a little bit about, the podcasting stuff that I do, but also the live show that I do because it's live but turns into a podcast afterwards.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to go through all the gamut on that. And then we'll talk to them tomorrow on the show. They're going to be doing some interviews and having some fun. So I'm going to go ahead and boogie. Steve Pegram, Got Faith Week, May 1st through May 4th. We'll have a write-up on RiverBender with more details. But we're out of time, so I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy it. On that note, enjoy your families, enjoy this nice weather, and try your very best, as always, to stay out of jail.
One way ticket back.